and we can get this party started. Let's make sure I'm on the right stream. Twitch stream key. Yep, here we are. We're live. Wait till we get some viewers coming in here as we prepare ourselves for the game. And I will let everyone know. We're online here. Yeah, hell yeah, we're going to do a solo cast then.
Is Manny coming?
Not a clue. Welcome to the stream, my friend.
Oh, I didn't know you started. I apologize.
It's all good, dude.
Do you need any help or?
Nah, we doing it solo. I'm ready.
All right.
Yeah, I have plenty of solo practice and other things. Surely it'll translate to this.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I just, to relate to the other solo practice, I just need to speak with my hands more, and I'll be used to my solo activities.
Yeah, just cast the whole game in sign language. You got this.
Yeah, particularly the right hand. Change the name of the stream. I thought I had. Let's go. Yeah, Outbreak versus Yeet Street.
Yeah.
Stream name is changed. All right, here we are. In Champions Select, Vigar banned away. Probably banned away from the support of Team Yeet Street. I'm going to be honest. I don't know these teams too well as of yet. I was hoping I'd have a Manny or Sonny here to kind of help out with that, but I'll just kind of give my general thoughts as to what I see. That's a Lucian ban. Probably away from Charlie Smells. They're really targeting you, Mad Dude. 2 top lane bans coming through already out of Yeet Street. So let's see where they go with this. Death's Design, I'm going to have to mute you just a little bit so the random things don't come on popping through. So, sorry. Alrighty. So, we continue through pick ban. Ezreal banned away. We know Ezreal jungle is pretty powerful right now. It makes sense as a ban. And we continue on. 3 seconds left. Let's see what we get here. It is Xerath. Seracrooce has been banned away from Orenthius. So some comfort bans. Tristana first picked up for Aurelion Soulmate. Makes sense. Tristana is still a tier 1 ADC in the game. Pushes down towers. Just honestly makes a lot of sense. Lots of damage, late game, got to the range, everything you'd want out of an ADC. J4 and Rakan in response. 2 power picks, J4, flexible in either jungle or top lane. And we also have the Rakan is kind of a better Alistar right now with a little bit mechanically easier in the long run. So let's see what is countered with from Outbreak. We wait and see. Janna, so we have the Ardent Sensor bot lane of Tristana and Janna. Makes a lot of sense. No, nothing too unusual as of yet, except for some of the bans, at least in a normal meta sense. And Orenthius is picking Rumble for you, Mad Dude. Probably thinking that's a J4 top. And we'll see if that comes true. I believe Rumble wins that matchup. If he doesn't, it's definitely a volatile one that could use jungle intervention to swing in either way. So we're continuing on here. Whoops. Do. Alrighty. And Zaya. So they gave away Zaya Rakan with not much in return. Well, they get Rumble and Tristana. Okay, a Jace band. So they kind of believe Josidon's going to be getting... Not Josidon, Trier will be getting the J4 because they continue to ban from Josidon. So it makes me question the Rumble pickup. He's not the strongest in the game right now. So Juani banned away a strong jungle pick on the top lane. But I feel like he's more of a niche pick. We'll see what happens. Hope you all are having a good evening. I certainly am. And Cassidy banned away from Charlie Smells. Jingle bells, Charlie Smells, Trier, Lane, and Eng. Alright, and Josidon has lost a lead, and I gotta think of the rest of the words. Okay. So we have Gragas picked up for Trier, and Zach will probably be in response by Zuelis. And let's see here. And TF looks to be picked up by Orethius. And then we'll see what Zero Battery picks up as the mid lane counter for the Twisted Fate. It looks like it might be Echo. Yes, it is best of 2. Oh, never mind, Talia. And honestly, Talia is kind of the better TF right now with her ultimate and her CC. More consistent CC and that lane pushing ability. At least that's, by many analysts' opinion, she is the better TF. So we'll see what happens as these team comps have now taken shape for us. We have You Mad Dude on Rumble, Zuelis on Zach, Orethius on TF, Aurelian Soulmate Tristana, Melody Jana, and then on the other side, J4 in the top lane, Gragas for Trier, Charlie Smells on Talia, T-Crank on Zaya, and Zero Battery on Rakan. It's going to be interesting. Zaya Rakan is a very strong lane. Obviously, with the built-in synergy that Riot has given that bot lane. But Tristana Janna is also strong in its own way, as it's going to try and push them in and get as much tower damage as possible. It could be an interesting lane. If Rakan gets onto Janna, that could be pretty bad for the Outbreak bot lane, but they could definitely push in and out CC. I think bot lane's going to come down to, honestly, through TPs and the ultimates out of the mid lanes, though, as we have 2 mid laners that are looking to roam as soon as push in and roam as soon as they hit 6. All right, and then in the top lane, I'm not too familiar with the Jarvan Rumble. I feel like that's going to be a volatile matchup dependent on jungler intervention. So our side lanes are going to be very jungler heavy. The mid lane's going to be whoever hits 6 first. And I feel like that's going to be Talia because she could just push TF around a little bit once she gets her Qs and her E's going along. But we'll see what happens as we wait on through. How are we all doing this evening? I'll wait a little bit before I give my bold predictions. I wish I could put on some music, but I've been informed I'm not allowed to. Which I wish I was, but we don't want to potentially not be able to upload things to YouTube. Alrighty. So let's see here. We have. So my thoughts here, just looking at team comps, names aside, this feels even through the mid game. I think Rumble getting Leandries and Sork shoes is going to be a big spike on the side of Outbreak, but Yeet Street has more late game team fighting power purely from the Rakan Xayah combo. So it's honestly going to go down to the junglers and who's going to be able to get their lanes ahead this game. The jungler in the mid lane. Alrighty. So just kind of waiting around until the 3-minute delay goes through. Alrighty. Okay, and here we go. Loading on into game 1 between Outbreak and Yeet Street. I am Seracrooce, your humble caster for this fine evening. This is Prophecy Cup you are watching. Outbreaks on blue side, Yeet Street on red side. Loading on in to this game. Okay, let's take a quick look at Keystones and Summoners as soon as they become available. Waiting on these portraits to fill up. Not seeing anything unusual. That is a Bond of Stone. Not Bond of Stone, Stoneborn Pact. I have someone on my own team keeps calling it Bond of Stone. Throws me off. So we have a Stoneborn Pact on 0 battery. That is pretty huge because I feel like Courage of the Colossus is a little better because you're going to proc it a bit more, but makes sense. Go in, W, Charm. Xayah will just heal up on a lot of damage. Look at these banners. Beautiful. Let's see. Fountain can confirm. Fountain has 9,900 health. All right, and here we go. Into game 1. All right, pings are going out. Looks like Blue Side's going to try and stop and invade. Thinking they're going to get it in that bot side river. And it looks like they may be correct as we see pings, matching pings coming out of Yeet Street. However, Yeet Street's going more into a line of scrimmage formation while Outbreak comes with this 5-man stack. Yellow cards being queued up by Arethius. Flashes onto T-Crank, gets the Xayah flash as well. That is pretty huge. On one hand, Charlie Smells and Trie might find themselves an easy TF to gank. And on the other hand, Zuelis will have T-Crank he can gank pretty easily. So, interesting summoner spells. We'll see what the junglers do in response. No real deep wards coming out to figure out the starting locations of these junglers. Zuelis seems to want to do that. Doesn't drop his trinket. Trie is on that top side. Oh, they spot each other. Kind of have an idea that Grog's going to start in his top side jungle. Oh, we have 3-man. Trying to spoop him away. Spooky barrel. And there's the ward. So that are going to have a lot of information as to where Gragas is looking to start. But both Gragas and Zach are going to be late to their camps. Shouldn't affect things too much, especially since they're even. But Gragas does have a bit of a step here on Zach, as Zach is just now starting it, and he's got to go on these Raptors all alone. So we'll see what happens here. Look around the map. Not much going on. Early laning phase. So let's keep an eye on this bot lane. We were talking about that matchup. Tristana's going to want to push the Xayah Rakan in just a little bit. And that's what we see happening right here with her passive. quickly pushing in. They're probably going to hit level 2 first. It's going to come after a minion or two. And after this melee, boom, level 2. Immediately turn onto 0 battery. Look to get a positive trade in their favor. But it doesn't seem to matter too much. Zach went from baby raptors to red, then back to clear the adult raptor, heading straight to blue. Interesting pathing decision as Gragas is going to get his second buff a lot sooner and will be able to gank for it. But Trie is getting just a little low. Smite and his passive keeping him alive. Zach's actually going for a semi-full clear here. Going raptors, red buff, finishing raptors, grabbing wolf, and then he'll head to blue here. So Gragas will be able to impact this top lane significantly sooner. However, he chooses to go on a bit of an invade. Wants to use the lack of summoner spell on Arethius here. Yellow card is down. Gold card's down. So we'll see what moves he makes. The W comes out. Here it is. Body slam flash. Knocks Arethius. There's the slow. Here's the W. First blood for Charlie Smells. Abusing that summoner spell Arethius burned early on. And the bot lane Flash is 2/3 of the way coming. It's 2/3 of the way coming back. So it seems that Yeet Street actually got the better end of that Flash trade earlier. All right, there's TP from TF to get himself back in. We have some action in the top lane. Directed camera thought that TF was more important for us to watch TF teleport. Flash was burned by Joe Sidon, so Lane's Wayless will be able to revisit. Okay, and we go back. Bot lane, it's got Tristana's being pushed in here now. So, but see us staying even across the board. The only main gold difference is coming from that mid lane. And we continue to just kind of sit here, watch the game, enjoy the soothing sounds of champions CSing late in the evening. Nothing quite calms the soul as a farm lane. Gragas is looking to revisit mid. There's blue card burn. They see it's burned. Trie decides not to go for it. Body slams out. TF warding his bot side, expecting a gank maybe from there. And the farming game continues with almost 1,000 gold lead up for Yeet Street. A lot of that in the mid lane with that first blood and a 13 CS lead. 10 CS lead in the bot lane as well. That pressure of the Xayah Rakan's really getting to this Janna Tristana. Root lands half health for Melody. So here we go, continuing through the game. Not seeing too much action. Gragas and Zach are pretty content farming it up here. And so is bot lane, though Outbreak has been pushed in just a little bit. Taking a look at top, Rumble has finished his blasting wand. Ooh, stop the presses. Zach's looking mid. There it is. Lands the elastic slingshot. There's the gold card cleansed immediately. Charlie Smells is very low. So we got a cleanse for Zweilous' trouble here. We'll see what happens once Zach tries to revisit it, but he does appear to be heading down this push to the bot lane. Rakan gets the knockup on Aurelian's soulmate. No follow-up coming through yet from T-Crink as Melody zones him out with the tornado. And Zach's just clearing wards, getting scuttle. Dropping some deep vision. We look here up top as trades. Very exciting trades. Actually, Joe Sidon getting chunked pretty hard there. TF and Zach taking advantage of this low mid lane to put some wards in. And there's Zach landing it on the bot lane. Pulls 0 battery in from his jump. There was no gold card out of Arethius, but it does not matter. Gets a kill back. That's what we were talking about earlier. These mid laners are looking to push in, get to 6 as soon as possible, and make a play bot. And that's exactly what we saw from Outbreak, tying this game up almost in gold. Alrighty. And now with this increased pressure, looking to push T-Crank in, but he'll be able to farm under tower. So, Summoner Spell Recount is take a quick look here. Josidon's flash is almost up again. I'd expect Zweilous to path up there, but it doesn't seem like he has any vision control. In fact, Gragas sees the pink, he has the ward, and is going to look to take advantage of this himself. And Talia, with her ultimate available, looking top. Though Umadu does have a pink ward, Josidon lands the knockup. Here's the equalizer out. Maybe a little early. There's Charlie Smells. Flash burned out of Umadu, but it may be in vain. You think he knows he's going to die already, and he is down to the Cataclysm. 1-2 game, 500 lead. Arethius is looking to make a move onto Zero Battery. Zweilous knocks in with the Elastic Slingshot. Zero Battery will probably die here. Red buff is on him. Zweilous trying to get the kill to TF, but not enough. They're going to turn to the Dragon here. It's 2-for-2 game with Mountain Drake almost assuredly going to Outbreak. And that's indeed what we see here. The gold lead stabilizes once again with the counter kill. Trier thinking this Krug's looking a little bit tastier than looking a little bit tasty after a kill, and can't really do much. Good response from Outbreak. As soon as they saw that Rakan made a move for him, and then rotating to Dragon, knowing Gragas is top or low or backing. Alright, back to farming in bot. Still a 10 CS lead for the Xayah. Oh, Root doesn't go through. Good try out of T-Crank. In the mid lane, we see Charlie Smells has that 10 CS lead. Up about no gold. Some assist gold coming in and evening it. Actually, oh, the passive of TF. Almost forgot about his passive. Evening out that lane, actually. So, we continue our lovely farming journey. So peaceful. Ooh. Misses the Q. It was a zoning Q, ladies and gentlemen. No need to overreact to it. Surprised to see the blasting one and now an amp tome out of Rumble. You normally see them rushing haunting guys, get that early pen, try and make a huge impact in the mid game. I'm curious. Maybe there's some interesting back timings from his gold. He might be going amp, get the blasting one, then amp tone into a haunting guys. We'll see what happens there. As we see from Janna, trying to win the Ardent Sensor Rush war, as the Zero Battery is not going for his Ardent just yet, being a bit of a tankier champion. And yeah, just kind of hanging out and farming. Gragas with an invade, gonna be a little bit disappointed. Zweilous has the Elastic Slingshot, lands on to Josidon. No Q coming through, though TF is here. Ulti for nothing. They're gonna maybe try and look to push down this top tower and pressure Josidon, who now has no flash. Maybe if Zweilous made that move earlier. But in the bot side, we see Trier looking at this tower. We have the Talia here. Couldn't remember her name. Charlie Smells is here. They're being forced away from this tower. In fact, Melody has to burn flash. Charlie Smells doing a lot of damage to Aurelion. Soulmate does not rocket jump out. Janna ult has been burned. Umadu and Arethius with the double TP on the back line. No one's fallen yet. J4 with the Talia gets the ultimate Cataclysm onto the back line. Explosive cast, but it is massive carnage for Yeet Street as they just wombo combo, and whoa, that was an interesting interaction. 4 for 2 in the favor of Yeet Street. Zach pushing down this tower top. He did get the tower top. So a lot of action, a lot of TPs coming out there. Whew. There's a lot of craziness going on. Let's take a quick replay and have a look at how that went down here as people start taking towers. So they're going for this bot turret. Soulmate gets kept alive through Melody. Now there's the double TP that went through, but no equalizer available on this Rumble, and he overheats, so he's going to get bursted. And then the Cataclysm with the explosive cast, and then just a lot of AoE coming in. Pops Janna, pops TF and Rumble, and then let's watch this fun interaction with Charlie Smells. Going in, takes the tower shot with the auto, The flash, not enough, doesn't juke the Q. And that's, well, that's that. So let's flash forward at least a little closer to the present. Appears Tier 1 tower for Tier 1 tower. The first break does head over to Outbreak. Alright, Yeet Street has rotated their support top as well as their entire bot lane's top, where Rumble is going to look to hold off a 3-man siege. Meanwhile, Outbreak's keeping their bot lane on the bot side. They look to push down this top tower. Joe Siden's backing, probably realizing he needs to swap down bot. Gragas and Rakan are eyeballing Arethius. So we'll see how that plays out as Tristana and Janna try to take this tower. Here it is. Gragas and Zero Battery are here. Pings are out. Arethius going to have to land. Doesn't get the stun in time. Knocked up. Body slam. He is not long for this world. Does a bit of damage, but it is not enough. Kill for Yeet Street. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Joe Siden goes on to Tristana and Janna. Tristana's trying to get out, ults him away with the Buster Shot. However, we see you mad dude. There's the equalizer on a Charlie Smells. Does get out. Cheekrake tries to get the root. Flash from you mad dude's Wayless ult does not hit anyone. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Zero Battery tries to get the knock up on the bot lane of Outbreak. They disengage. Melody gets knocked back by the Janna ultimate, I believe. No animation was shown, but she falls eventually. As the siege mid continues, Zach falls as well. Things are falling apart a little bit here for Outbreak. So as this 4-man squad pushes mid while Charlie Smells backs. So, here comes Arethius. He does have yellow card. T-Crank thought it was going on him. A bit of a bait from Arethius. However, they don't get any kills. Do save the tower. And we decide to reset. About 14 minutes in, 1.5k in the lead for Yeet Street. And let's see what dragon we have coming up here. We have Infernal. Right, just as Yeet Street has backed, Infernal is coming up. That means some vision control could be given to Outbreak, but they're not taking advantage of it. There is the rotation. Joe Siden is here. He might look to make the play. UMAD trying to make his way in. Here he comes. Dragon has not been started. They're trying to back out, get the vision control, and we begin the dance in this bot side river. Brilliant Soulmate trying to spook him away a little bit here. Sorry, there we go. Alrighty, Zuelis is on the prowl for the elastic slingshot, for the engage that could pick off one of the backliners for Yeet Street. Equal ultimates are available for everyone. Dragon is started by Outbreak. There's the Talia ulti. The Outbreak does disengage, though ultimate, you mad dude, does get caught by the Talia ultimate. Doesn't matter as Gragas falls. Joe Siden is getting kited out a little bit here. He will fall. Zero Battery is next. That was a flash burn. Must have been a bit of a fat finger. TF goes on to Charlie Smells. Gold card does land. There's the auto. He gets maximum Summoner spells usage. And another failed flash from Yeet Street. It's going to be a clean ace for Outbreak as they turn on the dragon. Whew. Another exciting fight. Let's have a look as we can assuredly think they will take this mid tower. So let's have a look here. Alrighty, so there, UMAD dude does get caught up in that ultimate. Great elastic slingshot from as well as to continue and to finish off the Gragas and zone out the rest of his team. Well, it is a 4v2 for Josiah and Zero Battery as they just can't, they don't have the damage to burst this backline. Janna Melody with that ultimate keeping her team alive. And then we see the ensuing chase. Get stunned, cleansed out, doesn't matter, the auto finishes are off, and they just continue cleaning up the fight. Started off looking a little scary for Outbreak, but they ended up getting their kills, ended up getting the dragon, and they have gotten this 1k gold lead, probably going to explode a little bit more here as soon as they take this mid lane tower. Nope, instead they decide to back off. Don't want to overextend, don't want to overstay. Mana and ultimates are all down. Whew. Back and forth game. Yeet Street come back in a little bit, only 500 down. So we hit the 1630 mark. 2 towers to 2, though that mid lane tower being down for Outbreak does award a little bit more map control for Yeet Street than Outbreak's side lane tier 1s. Alrighty, so we'll see where these teams decide to go next. It looks like Yeet Street's wanting to force something up top. The Outbreak is sensing it as well, but will they get there in time? You mad dude's about to get dove here. There's the equalizer to stop the wave, and maybe stops the dive. Charlie Smells trying to get the pig. Massive damage onto Aurelian Soulmate. He gets out with his life, though. Here's Arithius looking with the gold card. Doesn't know he's seen. There it is. Pink ward down. And the siege begins. Alrighty. See what happens here. Zweilous might look for the engage. I wouldn't expect it, though. Nope. Instead, Yeet Street takes the inside track into this Rift Herald. Might be our next big fight here. Charlie Smells does his ult. Josiah goes in on the back lane. The ultimates are stopping Zero Battery. It's an AoE mayhem as we have 1 kill for 1 currently. You mad dudes backing out. They don't want to get caught by these roots. We're looking for more here, though. The smite comes in for Trie. Charlie Smells does not get, in fact, but trying to buster shot him out. Aurelian Soulmate dies to Charlie Smells as the Rift Herald buff is taken. This is going to probably be a tower or 2 as the Rift Herald does spawn. Going to head to the mid lane and take out this tower. Whew. That was back. I honestly could have gone either way. There was a lot of AoE spells burned. And this tower shouldn't be here for much longer. In fact, you mad dude getting popped by the Talia. No outside damage, no assist coming in for anyone. His death might have been for something, though, as he stopped the tower take. Only 1k up ahead. Josiah, with this massive wave bot, is going to look to take this tower. Gets the speed buff from Flag and Drag. Aurelian Soulmate and Melody are here to stop what they can. But this tower is not long for the world. Gives up its valiant fight against the J4 and dies. Mid tower appears to be next on Yeet Street's menu. They move on in. Yep, Triage is going to tank the tower. Zach does go in. He lands his Q. Josiah pulls out with his Flag and Drag. Does it appear there's going to be much more follow-up? Another trying to avoid the overstay, and they look to reset as Outbreak tries to push out and get some control over this map. Oh my goodness. Talia's damage right now is massive as she pops Melody. Woo! Alrighty. However, they still look to continue the siege. Charlie Smells looks for another victim. Doesn't quite get it. That, what is the name of that Q for Zach? Let's have a look here. That is a Stretching Strikes. Noticing a bit of a theme here. Elastic Slingshot, Stretching Strikes. It's almost as if he's a bit of rubber. Stretching out. Who knows? Blue buff. Gonna get handed over to this TF. Yeah, honestly, I think Outbreak's window to take control of this game is gone. Haunting Guys, Leandri's Sork Boots is completed on Rumble, but we're starting to see the Locket already built on Gragas and some MR showing up for the Rakan. Talia is just out of control. 8, 2, and 4. Charlie Smells can pop anyone on this team if he hits them with the seismic. Oh gosh, what is the name of that ability? I want to say Seismic Upheaval. Seismic Shove, close enough. And so we'll see what happens. If I'm Yeet Street, I'm looking to get some Baron vision and then push up the lanes and try and force some team fights. They have the advantage here. Their mid laner does huge amounts of damage. But if I'm Outbreak, wait until this Tristana gets some items. She's sitting on the Zeal, no upgraded boots. She's really far behind of the Zaya, almost a 1,000 gold down. Looks like we have some bush camp going. See what happens. Nope, they back off and the ARAM mid begins. Wave clear for wave clear, fight for fight though. Yeet Street doesn't want to play ARAM, they want to play 4-1. See if Outbreak engages upon them trying to break it. Zweilous doesn't quite know he's seen here. He's probably looking, nope. Flashes the Immortals mastery. Huge outplay there in my opinion, flashing that mastery. Could have been TSM. Could have blown his chances there at an outplay, but good clean mechanics. Okay, so it looks like we're going for top here. Whoops, wrong champion. Aurelian Soulmate does not want to get dove, does not want to deal with Talia destroying him. They're just going to cede this tower over to Yeet Street. And there we go. At 22 minutes, 2 towers to 4, 3K down. Does Outbreak have anything in the tank to come back here? As it looks like momentum and tempo on the game, just in general, is in Yeet Street's favor. Alrighty, here comes more wave clear mid. Big wave bot side in favor of Yeet Street. They're going to use that to probably pull Outbreak away. No! They spot Yeet Street on Dragon, and they're going to make a Baron play. Though TF went down bot. There may have been a bit of miscommunication. Josiah goes on to TF. Let's have a look here. Nope, they pull off the Baron instead. And that's a Dragon given away from Talia. Ult trying to zone Rumble and Zac out of the fight. Arethius does have to burn Flash. There's the equalizer. Doesn't quite get much though. Charlie Smells is incredibly low. Zoela's ultimate does nothing. The explosive cast comes through to disengage. And the chase is on, but do they have much else to clean up Yeet Street? Almost was the engage they wanted. If that equalizer had maybe been just a little bit more in line, that could have been a huge swing in Outbreak's favor. However, they do see Yeet Street backing. Pings are going out for Baron. Do they go for it? Yes, they do. Talia and Rakan are out of it. This Baron's already a third down. Gragas sniffs something out. Half health on this Baron. Here it is. Smite fight. Buster Shot gets the Gragas out. And even though he flashes in, Zuelas gets the smite. Here comes the cleanup. Trie going in hard on the entirety of Outbreak. Flashes are burned as they try and get out with their Baron buffs and their lives. Yeet Street trying to get this mid tower for the Baron. We'll probably get it as Outbreak backs off, but that was a bit of a panic survival Baron. Brings them within 1.5k. This tower is going to change that just a little bit, as you could expect it to be falling, and it is down. So here we are, Baron buff on Outbreak. What can they do with it? They are 3 towers down. Honestly, I see this being more of a survival Baron. Tristana does not quite have rapid fire cannon. In fact, she doesn't even have upgraded boots. Is trying to keep up with the damage output of the Xayah that has, well, probably could finish items. In fact, just looking at her build, I'm surprised she doesn't have more. I expected maybe a little bit more. Those boots, not upgrading the boots is tricking me with the Tristana build path. I keep thinking she's a little bit behind because she's not building the boots, but she's just trying to force things. Okay, so here we go. Here comes the siege mid in favor of Outbreak this time. They do have that Baron buff. Gragas is backing, so they were not going to have too much disengage, though the wave's a little bit behind. We'll see what happens here. Okay, so this mid tower is probably going to go down in favor of Outbreak. Gragas is still in his base, so I don't know what Trie is doing. Here comes the elastic slingshot. Lands on the backline. Here comes the ultimate. Josiah gets pulled into the team as the backline of Yeet Street is forced out. Josiah gets picked off, and they turn towards the tier 2 mid. 5v4 with the Baron. 1k down. Let's see what happens next. 2 ultimates are down. 3 with the Buster Shot are down for Outbreak. Can they get much else? Zero battery is looking to back. Here comes the next wave. Let's see what happens next. T-Crank trying to wave clear with Charlie Smells. Arethius, there's the elastic slingshot, forces the flash out. Charlie Smells, so that was a massive crit on the feather plumage, deadly plumage. There's the knockup from the Rakan. He's in all alone, however, and will pay for it as Zac falls on the backside. 1 for 1. Outbreak looks to be backing off here. Alrighty, so not an amazing Baron, but a solid one. They finally got that tier 1 mid down. That's so huge for map control. Maybe opens up the map. They can get some more deep wards in and push their advantage here. Tristana's going to be backing with a decent amount of coinage. That's Runans for T-Crank that we see completed. Another Zeal and the upgraded boots for Aurelion Soulmate. He is very close to that 3-item power spike on Tristana once he gets rapid fire cannon. He has the Ardent Sensor from Janna. So that's going to be a pretty huge buff. Riley's has been completed for Rumble. Sensing not too much. It's actually just a Merc Treads on J4. That's the only MR. This Rumble's going to be massive in these team fights. Okay, so here we go. Josidon is bot, TP available. So is Twisted Fate. Yeet Street wants to start their siege in the top lane. Or we might just have a fight over blue buff. That would be even more exciting. Smite, it goes to Trier. No mid laner gets blue buff today. And Outbreak goes mid, so we're just kind of dancing around. Both teams are looking to engage the next team fight, trying to win the game and push their advantages up a little bit more with a victory team fight. Here comes the Elastic Slingshot being charged, really, and Soulmate and T-Crank. That crit. Whew. 1/3 of T-Crank's health. Yeet Street, can they hold on to their lead here? They appear to be put a bit on the back foot by the engages and off that Baron from Outbreak. We'll see what happens next. It is a Mountain Drake, a pretty important dragon. See what happens. T-Crank is not with his team currently. They see that with the pink ward, but here he is. All right, the Vision War has begun. The dance around the dragon has started. Advantage a little bit in Yeet Street's favor as they do have the angle on the pit. They got the pink ward there. Talia looking bot to clear vision. Outbreak doesn't want anything to do with this. Instead, they decide to turn towards the mid lane tier 2. Yeet Street is being forced to rotate. Can they get this tower? There's the explosive charge. This tower is gone. Yeet Street getting out-rotated a little bit here. And there's the Talia ultimate trying to stop any more damage. In fact, she's just trying to get in here. There's the engage going on to the TF and Tristana. The backline of Outbreak is separated, but Josidon's in on his own. Rakan tries to go on the wrong members. No one has fallen as of yet. Plenty of summoner spells have been burned. And that's it. Rakan went in, Zero Battery went in on the Mad Dunan's Wheelist and Melody, while Josidon tried to take out Aurelion Soulmate and Orpheus, but no kills coming through. Dragon is available. With the TF being very low, they might try and take advantage of the one-man advantage. No, it's 4v4 now with Josidon heading top lane. However, he does have teleport. TF has ultimate and teleport available. Do we see a smite fight here, or maybe even just a team fight? No equalizer available. That's huge. Here's the TF ult. The Elastic Slingshot misses. Teleport coming in for Josidon. Gold card is hovered by Orpheus. They're probably going to have to seed this dragon. In fact, they do. Outbreak backs off. Yeet Street tries to find him, just finds no one, and we reset. On a knife's edge. This game, 400 gold separates these two teams. This game could go either way right now. As Josidon looks to stop that push top. That's a lot of minions. Holy cow. Woo! Big slow push. But as we reset, let's take stock of what's going on. What item spikes are being hit? Tristana, I think she's waiting. Yep, there it is. There's the rapid fire cannon. 3-item power spike for Tristana. Xayah, T-Crank with the Xayah does go the Hex Drinker, knowing that Orpheus is going to be trying to pop him on the back end, though it does delay his core items just a little bit as he was trying to finish his IE. Talia is massive, like she's been for most of this game. With that Leandry's, Riley's, and Morello's. Josidon's J4 hasn't been able to get too much done, and Baron is up. Outbreak gets that Baron control. There's the sweepers trying to get the vision control, so here we go. Thus begins the Baron dance. Look, check summoner spells a little bit. Flash is not available on TF. Heal is not on the Tristana. Josidon has no flash, neither does the Gragas, and T-Crank on the Xayah has no heal. Nope, no fight as of yet. Let's continue this. Continuing our adventure as Yeet Street forces Outbreak out of the Baron pit just a little. The Baron topside river here a little bit. In fact, the Outbreak split up. Nope, nothing comes of it. Alright, tense moments. this next team fight is going to be massive in determining who wins this game. I want to point out a difference in the jungle item builds. Zach has gone Spirit Visage, now he's going to go Randuin. It's kind of, I don't want to say a greedy, selfish build, but that's basically what it is he's kind of building tanky stats just for himself, where Gragas, with the Locket and Knight's Vow, is almost just as tanky, maybe a little bit less health, but that Knight's Vow, Charlie smells, try to make the engage onto Aurelian's Soulmate, gets Buster Shot it away, Josidon, and the siege begins. That's a key ultimate here, is some Tristana's self-peel reduced. There's the TF ult to try to keep an eye on them. Rumble does have teleport. You do not want to fight in a Baron Pit against a Rumble TP. And there's the TF ulti coming through. Talia Wall is out. Rumble is ulting in. They have no idea that Yeet Street is not doing this Baron. But everyone's here. 5v5. T-Crank gets chunked by a massive crit out of this Tristana. And they're may have a bit of a base race here. Yeet Street's on the bot side. And again, there's that rotation. They know they have the inside track on the mid lane. Outbreak is pushing in mid, forcing Yeet Street to back. If this may be a bait. No, the backs aren't completed. They spot them on that pink ward. And we begin to dance anew. Here we go. Who gets the pick? Who gets the engage? T-Crank taking a bit of damage. In fact, he's put incredibly low. Aurelian's Soulmate is alone. Josidon doesn't take advantage of this fact as we continue this dance. Tense. Both teams. No one wants to be the one that throws this game one for their squad. Pings come out. Maybe looking mid. And the Baron is started for Outbreak. Yeet Street, they sense something. They're looking. Flag goes out. They know what's happening. Baron is half health. This is it. Another smite fight for Trier and Zweilous. The 50-50 Baron. And who gets it? The Tristana actually gets it. Zweilous gets pulled in. He's going to try and ult out. Zweilous will sacrifice himself. The Baron does go to Outbreak. In fact, Zweilous might get out. That'd be pretty funny. Don't think so. There's a flash. Tries to get the back. Ah, nope, and he will fall here. I don't know if that flash was the best thing to do, Zweilous. You know you're going to die. You're going to lose your passive. But good on him to pull the team away. So, Baron is on Outbreak. Last time they got a Baron, they got a mid-tier. They got the mid-tier 1. We'll see what happens now. See what they can push out. There is a teleport available on Arethius. They might themselves set a 4-1, put the TF in the top lane, put the rest of the squad in the bot. And try, or maybe they just try and push out as many lanes as possible. Rumble is bot, as you can see, but you can expect they're not going to be doing too much until the Zac comes back alive. TF ult is popped, looking for the pick. There's yellow card onto Trier. He gets bursted down. Flash burn straight into the Tristana. Gets Buster Shot away. Still not enough. Gragas will fall 4v5 as Zweilous pops back up, and they're moving towards this bot tower. Outbreak taking control of this game with these Baron calls they've had. That's 2 Barons now. Talia tries to ulta, force them off just a little bit, but Tristana can still auto that turret, and in falls. Alright, Zweilous is pushing out mid. Mastery ping emotes are pinged. And it doesn't matter how fed your Xayah or your Talia are, Baron minions are incredibly difficult to wave clear. And the siege begins. Zac is now present. They look to go towards this dragon. What's the dragon this time? Elder. Oh yeah, we are 35 minutes in. Okay, so Elder Dragon is available to them. Yeet Street doesn't want to face check into this team fight, but they know they gotta take it a little bit. No vision available to them. Here comes the elastic slingshot. Lands onto the Rakan. Great equalizer, laying out the red carpet here. Double kill for the TF, all on the equalizer and elastic slingshot. And they're forced to back off and surrender this Elder Dragon. That is the vision control, that inside track, as they once again bait Yeet Street into the position they do not want to be, into a position they don't want to be in. TF is TPing top to escort that wave into this tower. Yeet Street on the back foot right now. Oh, there's the Cataclysm on Arethius. I don't know if I would flash there. You did your job. You got the turret. Aurelian's Soulmate getting kept alive by the Janna ultimate. Zilea's. I'll call this zoning. That cleanse didn't quite accomplish what he wanted to, but forces Charlie Smells out. There's the mid inhib as they get out with all 5 members of Yeet Street chasing after, wanting to go after them. Alrighty. Whew, what a comeback. This game felt, I mean, it wasn't a massive lead, it was just 3K, but this game felt to be in Yeet Street's favor. And, you know, it's kind of fallen out. You know, we had a 8-2-5 to Leah, who's 9-2-5 now, but they've kind of, you know, lost momentum. Those gutsy Baron calls out, that one gutsy Baron call out of Outbreak, helping them come back, swing back into this game and recapture the momentum a little bit. Alrighty. Zach is in the bot lane. That's curious how he's backing now. Elder Dragon is still on the members, 4 members of Outbreak. It has a third of its duration left over. See if they use it to... Will they get the fight they want with that in the time remaining on the buff? Let's just get themselves some vision and head to the top lane. So Wheelus is in the mid lane, probably going to look to join his squad. Alright, so at 38 minutes in, it is now a 6K gold lead for Outbreak. Tristana is huge, will pop anyone at this point in the game, especially with the last whispers. Wheelus is going to look for the engage. Charlie Smells tries to catch Arithius out, does not quite get it, pops the Banshee's Veil. And we'll see what happens. There is no cleanse on Charlie Smells. If he gets caught by the elastic slingshot, he will fall. There's a bit of a 4-1 here. Oh, here it comes. Arithius against Charlie Smells. Arithius gets the gold card, does a lot of damage. Not enough. The equalizer comes through, and Charlie Smells gets out with the locket. Holy cow. There's the charm. There's the quickness out of zero battery. The explosive cast. Josidon goes in. It's a 4v5 right now, though Charlie Smells is nowhere near to be found. He's going to probably ult back after healing. And Outbreak disengages. Arithia's getting caught out there. Josidon goes in. Aurelian Soulmate. Rocket jumps out. Alrighty, so bit of breathing room awarded towards Yeet Street here. Baron is a minute 30 away. They're going to try and use this time potentially to get themselves some Baron vision. At least one can hope. They're trying to at least regain vision control in their top side. Oh man, this is going to come down to a Baron fight. Outbreak wasn't quite able to close the game off with the Baron Elder combo. So this game is pretty much going to come down to this team fight here at the Baron Pit. That team fight is a little bit in favor of... Oh! Melody might be caught out here. Nope, she has Umatu to escort her out. So, this game is 5K up, so you'd think that team fight would go the favor of Outbreak, though at this amount of gold, Goldie doesn't matter quite as much as comps do. Tristan and Zai are going to both be putting out so much damage. Zach and Gragas are going to be, and Josidon are going to be very difficult to kill. Though Josidon doesn't have too many defensive stats. Stoneplate will keep him alive for quite a bit of time. It's just going to come out to execution at this point. Execution around the Baron Pit. Execution around this Vision Dance. Whoever can pull that off better, whoever can get the team fight, will win. And again, that might be where the Rakan Zaya comes in to play, is Rakan's going to be able to have more reliable engage than a Zac. Because Zac has to land the elastic slingshot, where Rakan has to just quickness in. Yes, he does have to land his grand entrance, but just run around with the quickness and you'll be able to get something out of it. Okay, here we go. 40 minutes. Rumble is walking on through the lane here. Josidon is backing. Everyone knows this is going to be it. This is the big fight. Don't want to be caught without a vital item. Zero Battery is backing himself. Probably to potentially to reset his wards. Outbreak does have control of the vision in this pit. Do they start the Baron? Not yet. Aurelian Soulmate gets caught out just a little bit. Rocket jumps just as he was about to fall. That's pretty big, though. He'll be able to heal up a little bit with the Janna Ardent Sensor. TF ultimate is out. They spot them all there. Actually, Arethius is in the bot lane, does have teleport. He'll be able to join the fight, but no ultimate's pretty big. Josiah having to back to respond to that. That's a big part of the engage and CC of Yeet Street here. Once they see him there, they'll know they're safe to engage here. T-Crank has been chunked to half health. I don't know by what. Camera did not quite see that. TF gets that inhib tower. It is moving towards the mid lane. And the vision dance continues. They are starting the Barret. It is falling not as fast as they'd wanted to. Talia ult to disengage. That's another tool they have wasted. In fact, they don't know the fight's still going on. Actually, they do with that ward, but they don't care. They're going to go for that mid inhib. Barret goes down for Outbreak. Do they get back in time? Inhib tower is gone. Inhib is gone as well. Do they get the team fight? Home guard boots are coming through. No, they don't. Inhib tower and inhib. Oh, Melody goes in with the 4-man tornado. Equalizer is here. Zuelas is going to look to Elastic Slingshot. Doesn't quite get it yet. Gets slowed down. The follow-through chase comes through. Nope, not quite enough range. That could have been huge. That was a pretty entertaining 4-man knockup from Melody. That Janna is low. This could be pretty huge in the team fight. She's a big part of the Tristana's power right now. Here it comes, looking to take a mid inhib and return, and they get it. Move to be rotating towards the top lane. Indeed they do. Oh, could be a bit of a brush camp. Charlie smells. Might be the victim. They're waiting for it. They see Charlie smells. Gets the knock up. No cleanse available. No, actually cleanse is available. Doesn't use it. The con goes on to Tristana. Not enough. The Buster Shot knocks them all away. Zuelas, great explosive cast to try and disengage the fight a little bit. Redemption comes through, healing everyone up. The Zuelas was the only one that took damage. Alrighty. Fight continues. Rakan has been chunked. Ultis have been used. There's the equalizer to force them out. This inhib tower falls. Trie is chunked dangerously low. T-Crank takes a massive amount of damage from that Luden's proc. Has to use Featherstorm. Zuelas burns flash. Another inhib down as Talia falls on the side to Arethius. Joe Siden's running for his life. They move towards this bot inhib, or at least to try and get the creeps in. Yeet Street is falling apart at the seams here. Yep, 3 inhibs will be down. Let's see what happens next. Do they back off? Yes, they do. Don't want to overstay once again. T-Crank tries clearing some vision. Alrighty. I don't see Yeet Street coming back from this one right now. That is 3 inhibs down, though anything is possible, as this team fighting comps could quickly swing a fight in the favor of either side, but with those 3 inhibs down, Outbreak is guaranteed a free Elder Dragon in a minute. And, you know, they may even decide they don't want to go for it, but we'll see here. A minute 5 left on this Elder Dragon. All right. So, Outbreak appears to want to just play for the Elder Drake and catch anyone that decides to come in and check. Yeet Street knows they can't do too much about this. Brilliant Soulmate gonna pop that elixir there with that back. No, sells his boots. Gets himself a Runan. Alrighty. So, here we go. Almost 10k up. Nope, only 9k up for Outbreak. 45, almost 46 minutes in the game. And Yeet Street is just conceding this. Elder Drake. Makes sense. 3 inhibs down. They are guaranteed to lose more than a Nexus turret if they were to try and contest this. Elder Dragon will fall very quickly for Outbreak. And there it goes. They look to force the team fight that ends the game. Yeet Street has to make the miracle team fight here. They have to get the Wombo, have to get the 5-man Rakan, or whatever you want to call it. They have to get it here. Tristana jumps in, spooks them away. Zuelas is looking for the elastic slingshot. They push this set of supers in. Get some damage. Just waiting for all the waves to show up or waiting for someone from out Yeet Street to make the wrong move. Okay, and there's the pushing out the mid lane. Elastic slingshot being charged. Decides, oh, he does cast it. Doesn't get anyone. Here it is, 2 waves of super minions barreling in on the base with Elder Dragon. And this Elder Dragon has a Mount Drake. That Tristana auto took half the health. Equalizer just melting Charlie Smells. He's forced to go back to base. Josiah goes in. Gragas takes so much damage. However, there's the death onto TF. Does it matter here? This Tristana is huge. It does not, as Outbreak walks all over Yeet Street. The comeback victory, game 1 to Outbreak. Whew. Alrighty. Whew. Okay, let's have a look here. Let's look at some of these damage stats. That's what we all really want to see. Arethius out-damaging Aurelian's Soulmate. I did not expect that. But Yeet Street had to rely on Charlie Smells to carry it, but he just could not quite get into the team fights. I wouldn't say Trier was out jungled. I would just say he couldn't quite get the smites off. He actually had his team up by 3K after that early game, which is no small feat. It's actually, that early game was because of Trier. And here we are joining me in the casting room. We have Death's Design. Say hello. Death.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I was doing.
Hello to all your fans.
All 2 of them.
All 2 of your fans. I wouldn't say they were trolling, like not one bit. They just, they got caught out, and the Baron went over to Outbreak. That first Baron that they bursted down, they got the smite on. Yeet Street got caught out of position quite a few times, backing at awkward moments or just not quite where they needed to be. And Outbreak with some gutsy Baron calls got them the game. Would you agree with that, Death?
I would totally agree. Yeet Street's known for playing pretty safe. They try to play safe early game, get their mid game kind of straight, but they were playing too safe, and it just shows the Outbreak's risky plays really paid off there.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, I don't get why Fizzy's saying Trier got out jungled. Trier did more early than Zuelas by a large margin, I felt. What are your thoughts on that Death Design?
Let's see. Who was Trier? Oh, Trier was the Gragas. Oh, yeah, for sure. Gragas was all over the map, getting pressure everywhere he needed to be. Zach was almost non-existent. Even in some of the team fights, it was a little bit underwhelming, some of the things he was doing there. But they pulled it off, though, in the end.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, sorry, I was playing a game. I just finished it.
Holy moly.
Here we go. Got this S+ on Mordekaiser jungle,
All right, and here we are going to game 2. Death's Design. This is my first cast since we got some of these new rules. Am I allowed to play music? Because it was pretty lame, this champ select.
No, I don't think you're allowed to play music. No.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
No. Oh, Righty. So here we are going into game 2, Death Design. How much of that did you watch?
About halfway through. I missed maybe the last 10 minutes of it.
I mean, the 10 minutes was just kind of Outbreak winning a few team fights to kind of finish the game up. The Barons were really, in my opinion, what really got them that game.
Yeah, I missed the last Baron play, but I did get to see a couple of those spicy team fights. I got to see the one in mid where Zach kind of missed his ult there, but it turned out pretty well. Like, yeah, they lost a tower, but they evened out. And I like that team fight Dragon, though. That was pretty funny. Rumble got caught there, but...
Oh, yeah, that was a really big turning point in the game. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, that was actually pretty huge. That really swung some things in their favor. They got the Dragon and those Mountain Drakes and the Infernal Drake really helped in the late game. They were burning down those Baron buffs and Elder Dragons.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. Was it just me, or did Gragas get caught between Talia's ult as well? Because I saw the Rumble being stuck there.
I didn't see that. Some people in chat said they saw that, but I didn't.
Because Gragas was just standing there, like, taking that Rumble ultimate.
Well, I'm going to, at the risk of being banned by Manny or Sunny, I'm going to play some okay music to play that I play on the other league I cast, and we haven't had any issues uploading it to YouTube. So, here we go. Into game number 2.
Ooh, Janna ban. That's always nice.
Yeah, I mean, Melody was a big reason that Tristana was doing much until before she got her items.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're the color caster, by the way. Just letting you know. So, you need a color cast here, my friend.
Oh, what's the difference again? I just kind of...
You're the analyst, my dude.
Okay.
Yeah, analyze here. Vigar, I'm assuming that's for zero battery.
Okay, let's see. Okay, all right. I got myself straight. Okay, so we got the Renekton ban, which that is for you, mad dude, because that is his main, his love, and his pride and joy right there. So he might go with the Rumble again, but I have seen him play Vladimir. I don't know. We'll see a lot going on here. Let's see. Israel. Does anyone play Israel on their team?
That could be just Ezreal, the power of Ezreal jungle. Ezreal jungle's kind of busted.
Yeah, it has been rising a lot lately because his potential to just gank and get in the lanes is pretty insane. But
not just that, his damage is crazy.
A Xerath fan, okay. Lots of fun things coming out here.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's 2 games in a row we saw that Xerath ban on Arathius.
I think that's he plays those kind of funky mid laners, that no one really plays, but it's kind of OP if you're good at them. Xerath is just one of those guys that can just enter in a fight without even being in the fight, so pretty dangerous. There's the Tristana again with Poseidon. Yeet Street really likes to push those towers down and split push, so Tristana is always a great pick for them. Here's the Gnar on you, mad dude. Soraka, that's pretty interesting. I could kind of see this coming up though with the Soraka because you got those silences and stuff in team fights and the perma heals and stuff. Soraka heals are no joke. It is just absolutely terrifying and terrible.
Yeah, but Tristana picked away from Aurelian's soulmate, and there's J4 for Josiah and TA, like we saw earlier. I just need YouTube to load so I can play some music.
It's kind of unusual how much just Jarvan they play. Like it is, but the Yeet Street really does love the team plays. Like they like to split push, but when they team fight, they like those wombo combos. They like trapping people and catching people and just getting that team fight just like they wanted. They like when you mess up on Yeet Street, that's when they capitalize. They know how to turn.
The last game, it was Yeet Street who was getting capitalized on.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I was wondering what's going through their minds there. What's going on? Guess Rimsky wasn't in the bedroom with Charlie there coaching. Let's see. And a Morgana for the spell shields. And then you got Sivir with spell shields. And Sivir is more of a late game champion if I'm not mistaken.
Well, they did buffer early. Oh, that is loud. Everyone's ears, watch out. Why was that so loud? Hey, how do you think I felt? I was at the scene of the crime. If it was loud for you, it was loud for me. Here we go. There we go. Put that a little more.
You dirty dog, you.
A more reasonable volume.
And a
Okay,
Gragas
so
band coming out.
Yep, don't want to deal with Trier's early game once again. Same with the Talia, just responding to things that worked for that worked really well for Yeet Street in game 1.
Yeah, they don't like the way they were rotating on them. They're like, you know what? We're not dealing with that bullshit this game.
And there's a Maokai for Zweilous, putting a lot of their eggs in that Aurelian soulmate basket.
This fight is, I'm not sure what's going on here. Like, I want to see their full teams already. Like, I wish they would hurry up and pick. Like, jeez. Maokai, Sivir, Soraka, and Gnar. Looks like most of their damage or team fight potential is going to be into the Gnar and Maokai.
And there, is it Azir? I doubt it. No, they pick it.
Wow.
Now, who is that for? Because I've played against some in-houses against the support of this team. Is that for Vigod here?
Yeah, I guess they're going to switch to Charlie. Charlie's playing mid, so Azir's going to be mid, Morgana support. Azir mid, I have not seen that played in for on the Ivern. This is basically CC team they got over here.
Lots of shields. I mean, they're going to get the Ardent Sensor out of Ivern onto Tristana. And there's a Syndra to just bop people.
Oh, this is pretty interesting. Like, oh my gosh. So, Yeet Street is going here with kind of follow-up catch team comp here, you know, because you can follow up with the Ivern snare, you got Morgana snare, got the J4 knock up here, and Azir, you know, he's trying to enter in team fights, so they can just kind of enter into a team fight kind of out of nowhere with all these dashes and jumps. So if they get out of place, that could be dangerous. Now over here on Outbreak, they kind of got that stalling team fight. You know, Maokai and Gnar come in. You get caught by the Maokai ult and Gnar is Mega Gnar. That could also be dangerous, especially with the J4 ult. If you know he ult somebody and Gnar is Mega, could just knock the whole team right against that. So this is gonna be pretty interesting.
Yep. Alrighty. So who do you think wins this game?
Oh my gosh, man. It's really going to depend if they can split push, I think. Because Outbreak, I don't think they're going to want to do, they're going to get caught anymore. I think they're going to roam together and walk together. And Maokai is just going to have saplings and vision because they were doing pretty good with the vision out front, making sure that they weren't getting caught last game. They did a few misplays, but overall, they're really working together as a team. And you could see some of that in the fights. They were reacting accordingly. So I think they're just going to stay together. And if they try to split push, they're just going to go straight down wherever lane they're going to. Because Ivern can't really do anything without his team. You know, he can kind of defend. But I think Outbreak might win this again. Because Syndra is a monster late game, and Sivir is an absolute monster late game. And I just don't see them being able to get to their back line. And their front line on Yeet Street is not that strong. Like, who do you have here?
I mean, J4, but they have Daisy.
True.
Daisy! Hi, Daisy!
If they try to go in, Maokai is just going to kind of, Morgana can spell shield somebody, but most of their team's going to have to either get out of that fight, and they're not going to be able to move, and someone is going to be caught and killed by Outbreak. So they're just going to have to we're going to really have to watch out with the rotations and the vision. I think vision is going to play the biggest role in this game. I'm really excited. Oh my
Alrighty.
gosh.
Now, people who are from Phoenix League know I like to do this in all our games. What's your bold prediction for this game? I need a bold prediction and a reason that make it happen.
Oh goodness. Let me see. You know, I think you mad dude is gonna lose early game against J4 because Ivern is going to gank top lane and you mad dude is just gonna get killed right there. I think he's gonna use his jump too early and they're gonna lose top lane. But while they're top, the rest of the
This
team is
isn't
gonna react
bold
to the
enough.
bot again.
This isn't
Oh.
bold enough. No.
Not bold enough.
Yeah, I will give you the bold prediction. Nar's gonna walk down mid and solo kill Azir.
No way.
That's my bold prediction. But see, I'm the play-by-play. I don't have to actually give a reason for that. I could just say it.
No, Azir has so many escapes. Like, he has his ult, he has the little dash thing, you got flash, you got barrier. There's almost no way that they're gonna catch Azir, one of the most mobile mages out there. I don't see it.
Hey, they want me to stop playing this music. I'll play some real music for them later.
Hardcore metal. No.
No, I'm actually my degrees are in music. I'm a band director, so I could actually give them real music. Not band music, but like classical music. It's genuinely so bad. Yo, do you have a degree that can tell you that lets you have the authority to say what is good or bad in music? Honestly, it's all subjective, so there's that. You know, I think a lot of what I hear on the radio is trashed here, but it gets top 40.
Ooh, let's see what type of skins they got. This is how you know who wins the game. You just look at the skins and you can tell right away. Yeah, I don't know, man. They got Star Guardian Soraka.
Alright, let's look here. SKT1 Syndra, that's like instant change. And we are going straight into a pause. Good thing I kept the music going.
Don't you love it?
Oh, man. Good stuff. Let's look here. Have a look here. What's going on? JK. Okay.
Zero Battery is the highest rank on Yeet Street, right? Isn't he like Master or Challenger or something?
I believe so.
Because a good Morgana support can be definitely game changing. You know, those clutch black shields and ults are
Ads.
dangerous.
Are we ready? Now we are.
Alright, here we
Alrighty,
go.
so
2, 1.
we begin. Game number 2 between Yeet Street.
The real question is,
And
Ivern going to invade, or is he just going to go right for his camps here?
You know, I'm so glad you're here. You know, the reason I didn't want you in earlier because I was like, I wasn't sure if you were a league approved caster, and I didn't want to mess things up. That's a big sorry out of me here. So now I can actually stop trying to analyze what's going on. I can actually just do my normal thing. Feels good.
Looks like they got that spread going on.
Solo casting is so annoying.
It's very boring indeed.
Yeah, I just like, this is happening. This is what I think. This is happening. Ooh, binding! And the mastery
Did
emote.
she get the gold from that? Did she get the item?
No, she has ancient coin.
Oh.
Probably a better item, but... Whew.
True.
I mean, let's be real here. They just won lane.
Yes.
Zero battery. T-Crank confirmed best bot lane in Prophecy Cup. Confirmed. Off of that one binding hit. What are your thoughts on that desk design? Is that what you're going to put on supportal combat? Is that what you're going to defend next time?
I think that shows that her bindings are no joke, and they're definitely going to have to be careful about what they're doing.
Sivir didn't move. Wait, let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
No,
All right.
No, she never saw it coming. That's how good she is, man. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh my goodness. All right, analyze this. What happens? I'm not too familiar. Morgana, Tristana into Sivir, Soraka. How do you see that lane playing out? My Ignite top laner.
You know, I don't think they can do anything. The Sivir and the Seracrooce, they're not going to be able to do much until maybe mid or late game. Sorry.
So they're looking to just survive.
Yeah, they're looking to survive because Tristana has a lots of poke. They got the Morgana snare and Black Shield. They're just not going to be able to do much, I don't think.
Gotcha. Well, here we are, just kindly letting direct-to-camera take its course. Oh, another binding! It was no joke! Taking advantage of that at level 2. The Tristana pushing power, pushing him to level 2 before Sivir can even get to 7 CS.
Making the wave crash into the tower. She is missing a couple CS here.
Ooh, that's pressure, my friend.
Soraka's staying right up on it, though. It's like, I'm going to keep you healed. I got you, buddy.
Yeah, so Depth Design, what team do you play on, my friend? You play on Glacial, don't you?
Yes, I am.
Weren't you on another team not too long ago?
No, I've always been on Glacial. I've been the captain of Glacial for about like 3 years now. Although these are new people I've been playing with. I've only been playing with them for about a year or two.
Oh wait, that's right, because the Glacial you had in Phoenix League was some trading going on mid lane. Zweilous is here on the Charlie Smells. There's the knockup. There's Ignite. First barrier. And the Q lands. First blood for Raytheus. You are about a second ahead of me, my dude.
Oh, am I? Oh my goodness. Why am I ahead of you?
It just happens. My computer will be like, or it's just like, you're gonna be 2 seconds behind.
342, 343.
Yeah, we're good now.
Okay.
4, 6, 7, 8. Boy, casting's way more fun with another human, I tell you. Here we go.
Ooh, something going on bot lane.
Yep, let's watch it. All right, and it's gone on. We've moved on.
This is a tease, but this Maokai in the jungle though.
Oh,
they have wards of Ivern. Look at this.
He's actually invading the Ivern. Ivern doesn't care. But you mad dude coming in. He's almost mega. Azir is not rotating in. They back off. So, how do you see this top? Oh, speaking of top, well, how do you see top lane playing out here?
Well, Gnar is supposed to win in the matchup against J4 just because he has range and the 3-hit proc is amazing. But the thing is, if he's too aggressive and Ivern just kind of comes up, because Ivern is the type of champion where you don't really do anything but gank. You can't really take camps with so much, you know? So
I mean, it's taking camps easily right now. Out farming the Maokai, for what it's worth. Jungle farm being what it is.
Oh my goodness.
Bot lane almost close to a 10 CS lead for T-Crank. Raytheus trying to abuse that early lost chapter. Ooh, misses the W. Charlie Smells.
Ooh, getting some poke back onto Cinder here. Cinder is a level ahead still.
Jingle bells, Charlie Smells, T-Crank late in. I gotta think of the rest of that. That just works though. It's like Josidon knows the. No, Poseidon throws the games. No.
Well, you work on your little jingle. I'm not very good at that stuff. So.
Okay, so, well, I mean, as we saw in the last game, this bot lane's just a lot of farming.
Yeah, you know, bot lane can't do too much early anyway. That's always bot lane.
But
what's going on here in the
dragon?
we
see here. We look here. We got a Maokai moving in. They're trying to stop this Ivern invade. Oh, I want more blood. Kill people. Go. Might.
Zweilous. I think, yes.
Mid lane. Erytheus misses the Q on Charlie Smells. Burns the barrier again, forcing him out of lane.
And that was with 25 HP that he escaped. That was crazy.
That is a pure tragedy right there. But Outbreak not wanting to be put on the back foot like they were in game 1. They're taking mid lane at least. Putting that under their control pretty early on. J4 getting poked out.
Yeah, I'm still kind of surprised how aggressive this bot lane is playing, and they're not being punished for this at all. Now they're kind of backing up, getting some vision. But they were just all the way after tower, just chilling.
All right, 0 batter.
Morgana bindings. Oh no.
Oh.
Disappoint me.
Next time, my friend. Next time. 0 battery. Once a fair lane. Let's take some of those cues from Soraka.
See, the thing is, though, Sivir is completely almost out of mana here.
She just needs to hit her E button when Morgana binding comes through, or even just walk through a pool.
And you mad dude using the TP here, so now J4 can.
J4 has a little bit of a TP advantage, but it's not too much. Oh, Soulmate wanted that so badly.
He just barely missed it.
Alright.
Oh, when they got the Soraka.
Yeah, I wasn't actually aiming for Aurelion Soulmate. I was aiming for Soraka. Trades continue. And actually, T-Crink gets chunked to half health.
No, look at this. Look at this going on top side.
Yep, we see that right there. Yep. And that's why I didn't cast it, my friend. I knew nothing was going to come of it. Because I...
you're so smart.
My high IQ plat, high IQ plat player. Oh, stun lands for Arethius. There's the W. There's the ult. Not enough damage, but she goes forward. Charlie smashes the flash outplay.
Oh, and here comes Iron with the shield just to stay with the
shield. Oh my goodness. Flashes the Q, and then Shurima shuffles Arethius under tower.
That was quite the play. He really completely just turned that around. Flashed the spell, the Q, and that was what he was going to die from, but just flashed it, turned around on him, ulted, got him in the tower, and finished him off.
True. Well, at the top lane, Josiah is being aggressed upon by you, mad dude. Oh, there's the Gnar. He doesn't go for the stun, goes to pull him back, and Josiah being bullied around a little bit in this lane, though keeping up with farm. Ivern and Morgana looking at this invade here, trying to get the vision. There's the smite. Trie gets the buff, but Maokai ultimate comes out. Does hit Ivern. Here's Daisy. And here comes our first big fight of the game. Syndra is here. No ult available. Nope. Big fight as far as there's a big old tree just kind of walking around, and they start the Ocean Drake. Ocean Drake could be pretty big this early on. Nope. Decide against it. They see Charlie Smells. There's the mana Aurelion Soulmate's been wanting.
And no one really having ult except Morgana or bot lane here on both teams. Everyone else has burned their ult.
Man.
I'm still kind of surprised how top lane's farm is almost even here.
Well, Gnar's starting to get that lead a little bit. It's got his phage. We'll see what happens, though.
True, he does have phage and boots now, so maybe something fun can happen.
Binding Juke into Aurelion Soulmate. It's like you can't take a bad trade. Melody keeps getting the Star Meteor Fall? Starfall? What's the name of that? There's the spell shield. Salvation. Star Call. She keeps saying the Star Call, and so Melody's gonna not fall off, Gonna keep.
She's just healing her health back, then she can just heal the 80 carry there.
And as you were talking about this, if this bot lane doesn't die, they've won,
Yeah, they're gonna win the late game.
Well, maybe not. Justana has a bit of a late game as we see a fight here. Oh my goodness, old burn by the ADC and the support. They must not have expected that damage to come out of Justana.
Is healed completely again.
That's feels bad. Here
comes Gnar.
Oh, Gnar!
Missed it.
Gnar, gotta.
Maokai's looking to do something bot lane here. He's coming around.
Yep. Oh, but top lane we saw a more extended fight there. Josiah getting forced very low. Maokai is actually rotating maybe to get some vision. No, is this a mid lane gank out of Zuelas? Syndra does land stun. There's the W. Decides to hold on to her ultimate. No, she's going to have some help from a tree, but which tree is better? Zoelis is going to walk away from Tree A. Tree A, knowing he is the greater tree with tree in his actual name. Binding does hit, but they've learned going against this bot lane, trying to actually trade against them is a bit of a fruitless measure. Fruitless activity, as Seracrooce is going to heal her up.
Yeah, the only way they're going to win that is if they can get on Taraka, but they're not doing too well.
Stun lands again. Q. No. Oh! Ooh. Charlie Smells going for the extended trade. Knows he has Tree A with him. Wraith is going to burn. No! There's the ultimate barrier, and Ivern she'll make it as though he took no damage. Arathius just picks up Daisy, takes her out of the fight, and
goodness.
Gets out. Summoner's spell was burned. Barrier was burned by Charlie Smells, but that's about it. Maokai picks up the mid lane farm.
Syndra was like, oh, this is a new toy to play with. Thank you. I don't like it. Just throw it over the wall.
Ooh! Thank you for the mana, sir. All right. So, Death, how's life going? This game isn't bloody enough for my taste right now.
Yeah, I really like those fun clown fiestas and fightings, but there's not much going on.
Do they not understand that this is North America? We don't know how to play this game. We just team fight.
Yeah, there's a lot of safeness going on. They just don't want to do anything, either team.
Oh,
has anyone even got a dragon?
Nah, not yet. So here's my question for you. What are each team looking to do? If I am, we'll say Outbreak. If I'm Outbreak, what am I trying to do right now?
If I was Outbreak, I would really just wait until mid or late game, because I think that's where most of your power is in.
Well, I mean, Gnar is... You know, Gnar got first turret. Gnar's putting the business in on this Jarvan.
Yeah, like, he's just gonna stay there and kind of let his team scale, you know? Because, like, when they go to react to him, they can just kind of keep pushing or do whatever they need to do. The other team, they're just...
Oh, my goodness. That wasn't even an ultimate. If she got her ult off, Vizier would have died for sure. Gnar going on Joe's side, and you mad, dude. Meanwhile, mid, Arethius is wanting that vengeance for that outplay out of Charlie Smells earlier.
See, Yeet's winning
in gold as well.
Yeah. Outbreak is trying to win their mid lane and their top lane, so that's where their strongest people are right now.
Yeah, but their top lane has been brutalized to the sound of 21 CS down and a first tower given up.
Yeah, their top lane, Gnar has the advantage from top lane, and Syndra has the advantage in mid lane right now, just because she has more burst damage.
Oh, here's the engage on bot. Good binding out of zero battery. Catches the Maokai, stops the engage in its tracks. There's the flash. Zuelis flash out of zero battery. Zuelis is looking for more. Nope, decides not to go for it. They back off. Flash for flash. I think...
Did she need the flash though? She had the black shield still up. She wasn't going to get rooted.
Alrighty, 1533, 1534, looking to dive this tower still potentially. There's the binding being eaten by Aurelion Soul Spell Shield. He walks away, gets healed by Soraka, and they are starting to potentially turn on this mid lane tower. Charlie Smells and Arathius want to trade blows. At least they're acting like they want to trade blows. Go back to our bit of our farming state. Maokai has revisited bot lane. They know that River Brush is warded. They're going to take it down. That is tragic that that binding's almost the same cooldown as Spell Shield.
Yeah.
Oh, misses the stun. Gnar does knock him into the wall, but we're more interested in bot lane as a binding lands on Maokai and nothing comes of it. You know, Ivern's... Oh, here it is.
Oh,
QW. No ulti burned yet in the bot mid lane. As we see top, Josiah and Ivern are chasing down you mad dude. Here comes the Cataclysm. No. Surprised not to see that as the jump was used out of You mad, dude? Charlie Smells. I don't. Cinder did use her ult. Charlie Smells taken very low, but stays in his lane as Erethius goes back, and he's no summoners on this Azir. Yeet Street's just getting pushed around right now. Joe Siden's taking the business end of this Gnar. And
yeah, Outbreak is just trying to keep them in lanes because they're winning the lanes here.
Oh, so except bot, but that doesn't matter because Tristana will get late game, but so will Sivir.
Yeah, but they're keeping them in lane. They can't back. Yeah, they're not really winning, but they're not losing either. It's more of a stalemate bot, while mid and top are still winning. So
there's Ivor going for you, mad dude again. Daisy has a little bit of time left. Does she have the knockup? He does not get the hop, but Josiah's getting chunked out by Hyper. They don't want to fight this Gnar. They're super scared. They know Hyper would just kill one of them.
Doesn't J4 have ult? Well, I guess they don't have the damage though to kill him, do they? Here comes Cinder.
And Cinder's pushing in mid as Maokai, Soraka, and Sivir start the dragon. Outbreak is just slowly strangling out Yeet Street right now. I remember being told Yeet Street is the best macro team in the league, but doesn't look like it right now.
Definitely underperforming right here. Looks like Seracrooce gonna back, but Maokai, there's some things going on bot lane with Sivir. And they are indeed gonna back. Nothing's gonna happen here. Just kind of a tease, that's all. Cinder's really just trying to zone out Azir. She really wants to kill. I think she's gonna try to maybe stun him in ulti, but here's Morgana clearing some wards here. And it looks like Yeet Street wants to go mid. They're getting some vision all around here.
Let's have a look here at that vision. So Yeet Street has solid control of the river. Outbreak doesn't have much, but they're looking to prioritize that dragon, which they did just complete. Zero batteries here with Charlie Smells. Does get stunned. Oh, the binding barely misses. You saw it on the edge of the screen.
And while Morgana was mid, they decided to push bot. Morgana's going to have to come back bot lane. And here's Gnar just bullying.
Chasing down Joe Siden. All right, as the professional analyst here, Death Design, what do you do if you are Yeet Street to try and get back into this game? Do you just kind of stall it out? I mean, there's the stun. Sees zero battery, walks away. Binding does land this time. No follow-up out of Charlie Smells, though. Knows that she has that ultimate.
Damage right now. Oh, here we go. Tristana's being
Aurelian Soul Sivir is going on to Cheek Rake, and she jumps out. Hey, I think you're a second or two ahead of me. Again, I'm at 40.
I'm at 940. You too. 43, 44.
Okay.
45.
Yeah. All right, then never mind. It was all an optical illusion.
Here's bot lane being pushed in. Now, they're going to drop the Herald here mid while Azir is pushing forward.
Yep, so here we go. They're taking this bot lane tower, but they are dropping that. Yep, as you said. Maokai is getting cut out just a little bit. Zweilous uses his ult. He tries to escape. There's the flash to get out of the Cataclysm. And no harm, no foul. But did he get the Herald off? No, Gnar is top.
No, Gnar has the Herald. Sorry, I thought Maokai had it for a second.
All right, binding jukes again by Erethius. This Morgana pick isn't quite showing up here as much as they wanted to, but that's partially because they were up against the Sivir in lane.
Yeah, the Sivir and the Soraka, they definitely encountered this. You know, they just healed.
And now Tristana steps up to face the raid boss. That is you, mad dude.
Most of the team responding to the top side, but no one is bot except Poseidon over here. They got Soraka and Sivir just taking all this farm and XP for themselves, while the rest of the team is just wasting time. Mid lane is backing right now. You got Cinder getting ready to push in mid.
Yep.
You got Maokai and Gnar about to fight top possible.
How do you see this game playing out?
If Yeet Street doesn't get more vision and catches somebody and start these 4 versus 5 team fights, they're going to lose because Outbreak is just going to keep them in lane. And they're just going to keep pushing and slowly whittling down all their towers, and they can kill them and straight up even.
This might be the pick. They're going on Zweilous. Binding lands. There's the root from Trier. Daisy is on her, summoned the Rift Herald in the mid lane, and now the team fight begins. Zweilous does have ult. No, he does not. Redemption saves Zuelis. Isn't enough. There's a Soraka heal, and they're going in. Morgana gets bopped by the Syndra ultimate. Gnar! And they kill Ivern, pushing down the mid lane with this Rift Herald. Charlie Smell seems to be the next on the docket. You mad dude is out for blood. Arathius goes for the stun. Nope, T-Crank flashes out, but Charlie Smells gets stunned up. There's the Shurima. There's, can't remember the name of that ultimate. Doesn't matter. Arathius is on a killing spree. Unofficial triple kill as they push down this tier 2 mid. And Outbreak looks unstoppable right now.
Yeet Street just doesn't have the damage right now.
And they don't have anything to stop this. There's the Maokai ult stun, lands on Tristana. She's gonna get hit by this Maokai root. And they're out. That is 3 towers in the mid lane destroyed by Outbreak.
That was a great Herald play. Perfect place to drop it while they were fighting Maokai there.
Oops, no.
See, their team, Yeet Street's team really depends on Tristana and Azir popping off here, because J4 is starting to build mostly damage actually, but Ivern and Morgana are just basically supports that can't really do too much of anything.
Yeah, but that could also lead them to win, maybe?
Possibly, but I don't see them. They're pushing down this mid tower pretty good. No.
Hey, dude, if you remember Plat solo queue, you always have the late game. You know, the team that starts with the lead will never win. That is rule number 1 of Plat.
That's like the number 1 rule of my team. It's like, we're the combat kids.
Alright, so let's see. Dragon is up in 30 seconds. It is an Infernal, and we see Umadu trying to get that early vision on it. He's got that Frozen Heart and Black Cleaver already. 23 minutes in the game, so he's going to be massive on the split push. Trier's trying to get vision. He does have his Ardent Sensor and Redemption, which is pretty huge to maybe help Tristana do a little bit more. Tristana has 2 items. Maokai goes in onto the Ivern, who is the greater tree. Today it is Zuelis, who has a Sivir to help out with that decision making there.
There's Gnar with the flank though here. He's kind of staying over there.
Yep, there's Daisy. They want to make something happen. This Infernal Drake is huge for the game. Infernal is already halfway down. Azir is starting to get poke on the backside. Aurelion Soulmate forced to back off. Stun from Syndra. The smite goes in for Zuelis. J4 is looking for the fight. Gets disengaged by Maokai. Still goes on the backline with the Cataclysm. Gets peeled off as he pops to the backline. Tristana looking for the flank. Might not get it. Here's Melody is here finally to try and continue the heal she got from Redemption and the ultimates. And that is a 2 for 0 as Tristana got popped up on the side by the Syndra ultimate. Dragon in favor of Outbreak. You know, towers, dragons, gold. This game's Outbreak's to lose because they are rolling right now.
And see, the Maokai ulti is just so good in these team fights. You saw J4 going in, but even though he went in and completely cataclysmed the whole enemy team almost, they couldn't do anything because they were rooted by the Maokai ult, and they were just helpless there.
And now we see them pushing in the bot lane as this tower will fall in quick order. And goodbye, tier 2 bot. You know, this is in technical terms. I'm gonna Zuelis almost got caught. I'm gonna throw out a technical term for you. You ready for this death design?
I'm ready.
The technical term. This is what we call a bop. Yeet Street's getting bopped right now. This isn't getting, you know, they're not getting stomped, they're not getting destroyed, they're getting bopped. It's like Daddy came home and just
It's kind of interesting this game because there is almost no kills. They're just going completely for objectives.
Yeah. Now this mid lane tower does fall to Yeet Street. That's gonna give them a little bit more map control as they take the inside track to get into their Baron vision that they have successfully acquired. Is this game comebackable for Yeet Street?
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
comebackable when you have a Tristana.
Yep, here's Daisy, there's the root, another binding. Maokai ult, he is so tanky, but he's already taken half health. They continue to chase. Willis gets out. Meanwhile, the Maokai ult catches Joside, and Gnar is here. There's the Sivir ult, but the binding stops the engage, forcing them out. Stun does not connect for Syndra. Baron Vision is going to belong to Outbreak, but they want more. They're out for blood. Root stops Arethius from taking more of their health pools. And here we are, the Baron dance. We saw this quite a few times last game, and we're here again, though circumstances are a little bit different. Outbreak is a bit more control of their destiny here than it being more as 50-50 as it was last time. Wave clear going down mid. Whew. Okay, bloodbath time. Bloodbath time. All this macro play. Oh,
yeah, there's not much of team fighting really.
Well, we are seeing team fighting. It's just one-sided.
Yeah.
Arethius is looking. He wants someone. Sees the backs. They spot her and they leave. Rotating onto Baron. They know that Yeet Street's trying to back. So immediately pings onto Baron. Yeet Street kind of senses this could go on here. Biting. Stun does land, but can't follow up as she was rooted. But if you look here, Baron is being taken right now. It's about a quarter health. Teleport coming in from Gnar. They spot it now with Josidon's flag.
This is their chance. If they want to do something, they need to catch out the Syndra, possibly.
Daisy, Syndra, Arethius is zoning. It's a 50-50 Baron through and through. There's the Maokai ultimate to pull off the Ivern. Saber all comes through. They turn onto the side, turn onto Yeet Street as they're getting routed. This three-man squad of Maokai, Sivir, and Gnar is just obliterating Yeet Street as they are forced out. Morgana must have died to Syndra on the side, but that was a 3v4. Soraka died early. That Aurelion Soulmate, Zweilous, and you mad dude just dominated him.
Yeah, Charlie Smells was fighting Arethius there on the side, but he didn't quite win the fight. Almost, very close, but he still died.
Sorry, it was Azir that got killed by Syndra.
Yeah.
And that's going to be Baron. That's what is this going to be when Baron falls? An 8,000 gold lead at 28 minutes for Outbreak. 29 minutes, basically. Is this game going how you thought it would?
I suppose, because, you know, Sivir's starting to scale. Syndra's been keeping her pressure like she's supposed to. Tristana doesn't have a tank to hide behind, you know. Ivern and Morgana are great for CC, but they're not going to be staying alive very long to do anything. And they're just getting melted. They don't have a tank to, you know, do anything for them. They're trying their best, but they don't have the champions to do what they need to do. You know?
Mm-hmm. They do have late game, but do they get there, basically?
Yeah. Here's Morgana.
Lands the binding, and that's a stun from Syndra on the other side. Gnar is out for blood. Nice Spell shield with the mastery emote. That's what I like to see. This is a big wave with a lot of Baron minions as they look to... I mean, they have the tanks with Gnar and Maokai. They could dive this easily.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the last fight here. Well, the next team fight's probably going to be the last one.
Yep, we'll see. Let's see here. That Azir wave clear is pulling through here in the clutch. But someone's going to have to respond to that mid-wave barreling down onto their minions. That's going to be escorted by you mad dude. Dragon's available. What dragon is this? Ocean. Alright, so it begins. The siege, continues. The siege continues. Tower is getting chipped slowly but surely. Aurelion Soulmate tanking that. And there's Daisy is out. Do they want to fight here? Maybe? No. Gnar's on the inhib. Does get the inhib. Tristana's having to respond to that. That's going to leave this bot tower exposed just a little bit. No minions available as of yet. Morgana is backing. Alright, and here we go. Another wave, another fight. Oh, stun lands onto Charlie Smells. Half health on this tower. They're getting chunked on the side of Yeet Street, and Gnar's going to escort that top wave into the tier 2 top. Just splitting up all of Yeet Street. However, you mad dude doesn't have TP. That would affect this team fight negatively.
They could definitely fight on this. J4 just has to follow right up, and then Azir can come in, ult everybody. Morgana with ult as well, but they're really scared of Syndra and Sivir here, and Maokai and
Makes sense. Oh, Soraka just keeping Aurelion Soulmate alive as they continue the siege. They're not even playing for this bot tower. They just want to keep them down here as they destroy the inhibs, destroy the tier 2s, and slowly but surely just take Yeet Street out of any chance of coming back in this game. Almost 10,000 gold ahead. If they get one more tower, they'll be there. So we watch J4 try and attempt to hold off Umadu. T-Crank is here, so that's a 3v4 in the bot lane. Do they take advantage of it? Zuelas knows it. He's stepping up. Threatens them. Try. There's the Maokai ultimate. Stun. Lands and hits T-Crank. Does not follow up. Syndra ult is available as Zira and Tristan are taken very low.
Wow.
Holy moly, that Syndra ult almost destroyed T-Crank as they have 3 inhibs down shortly. Not yet. On to the Nexus turrets. 32 minutes in the game. Inhib top inhib will fall. 3 inhibs down. 10,000 gold in the lead. Umadu doesn't quite get the inhibitor as they back off the siege.
Yeah, they're going back to get that dragon, that ocean drake, just so they can siege next time even longer.
Now, if there's one thing I learned in my limited time here in Prophecy Cup, it's that Yeet Street is the team. They're the dominant team in the league, correct?
That's what's been said. Yeah, they're pretty good.
So this they had the comeback last game. What does that make this game? This is a statement from Outbreak.
Well, from Outbreak, I think they did change their roster. I think last week, basically got a whole new team here, and they're doing pretty well with this team. So I think it's really paying off the roster change, and you're probably practicing a lot more. It's mostly this mid laner here that's doing a lot of the work, in my opinion.
I mean, Josidon was kept in his lane, and not just in his lane. He was just dominated by Umadu.
It's true, but
I mean, that is the matchup, though.
It's not too much you can do, and I'm still.
And this was a matchup that Josidon picked J4 into.
Yeah, so that I think he was doing it more for the team.
There's Gnar. Here comes Zuelas. He's gonna have the sapling. I'm helping. There's the flash. No root coming out. So I guess J4 wins that one. Gets a flash. Doesn't give up a kill. 2 inhibs down, and here's the siege top. This Gnar is level 17 already. I don't think Exir turret's gonna last that long. Stun lands onto Ivern. No follow-up. There's Daisy. Teleport coming in. J4 is on the back line, but he's actually onto the tank. Zuelas and Umadu taking so much damage. 0 battery falls. Daisy's done. There's Scatter the Weak. Josidon is next. Just Azir and T-Crank on their own. And there is Maokai. Zuelas. T-Crank is just obliterated as Aurelion Soulmate once more. Doesn't finish the kill. Scatter the Weak saving Aurelion Soulmate as Outbreak takes the game, takes the series 2-0. We may have a new top team in Prophecy Cup. Outbreak is here to play.
Wow, that was a game, wasn't it?
That's a statement. Outbreak saying, Daddy is home.
Wow, that was intense. I just want to see these stats now. It is pretty perplexing that they let Umadu play, one of his mains. Like, I know Yeet Street really likes to do the macro rotations and team fights, which is why they went with the team that they did. But it just did not work out very well for them because Josidon couldn't TP to get anywhere into a team fight. He couldn't gank mid like he wants to because they want to go for rotation. That's what Yeet Street is known for. They go mid, then they'll go top, or top will go mid, and then they'll all go bot. But they can't do that if top lane is getting destroyed by a Gnar. So it's kind of interesting that it let him play his main. So if I were them, I would have just banned out Umadu, let everyone else play whatever they want, and then just win top lane, and top lane could gank mid and then bot. They just changed up their strategy. It's weird.
Yep, I mean, just looking at this game, I'm just thinking I was on a Supportal Combat and everyone was praising Yeet Street as the best macro team in the league, as the team that's most likely to get first seed, and then Outbreak comes through. I don't remember who called it, someone was saying Outbreak will have a comeback, and boy, did they come in win force this game.
Yeah, that whole team, that whole game, both games were absolutely they were really struggling there throughout the whole game. They did not have any point where they were really ahead, they were always losing at least one lane.
Yep. All right. Well,
who was your MVP for that?
My MVP, that was. I'm trying to think. I mean, that last game was just such a stop. Like, I mean, you mad dude took that top tower and just kind of took it around the map. If Arathis went even with Charlie Smells and Bot went even. In game 1, it was just kind of a team effort to come back in. Whoever was calling those Barons, and no one had just like a specifically outstanding effort individually. But
see, I'll tell you who I think my MVP was. Okay, for game 1, I would say it was you, Mad Dude, because he does most of the shot calling, and the team fight at the Dragon was so good because I'm pretty sure he was waiting for Talia to ult. Like, they wanted them to ult, and they scattered at the perfect time, and he positioned himself right there at the wall so he could ult. So he left it so they had only one entrance to come in to fight him, and that's where he ulted. And that did so much damage that his team was just able to get right in there and really get him good. And then the second game, I feel like he
just took that counter matchup and ran over Joe Sidon.
Yeah. And then the second game, he's my MVP because he stopped what Yeet Street is known for. Like, they like to take their whole team and go into a lane. You can't go from top to mid if you're losing your lane. And he kept J4 top, and he kept the Ivern top. I don't know if you noticed, but like throughout the whole game, Ivern was basically around the top side. Like, he was trying to help J4 there, but he just couldn't do it. No one could do anything, and because of that, Yeet Street wasn't able to do what they like to do, their rotations and their macro. They weren't able to go top, mid, bot, and just wreck people, pick them off one by one. So they just got killed.
Well, after that statement game, I think that's going to be it for us here in Prophecy Cup tonight. Once again, I'm Seracrooce. This was Death's Design, and hope you have yourselves a good evening. Solid statement 2-0 out of Outbreak over Yeet Street.
Do you want to interview anyone?
I don't know if we do that here.
Yeah, why not?
Well, because it's pretty late where I'm at, and I just got through with the
12:33. It's fine.
Yo, you didn't teach a bunch of middle schoolers all day. Let me tell you.
Nah, I took care of like a 96-year-old dude with Alzheimer's.
Same thing, right?
Same thing, dude.
All right, well, that'll be it for us tonight. Y'all have yourselves a good evening, and congratulations to Outbreak on such a good win.
Yeah, GG, everyone. You guys both played well. Thanks for watching Syracuse's stream and on Prophecy Cup. Good night, everyone.